1911 here. Welcome to today's video. You know, today I got something a little special. I think it's special, but let me first get things taken care of. Number one, make sure and please click subscribe. I've been doing pretty good. You guys are helping me. That's great. I'm extremely happy with that. I appreciate all of them. Come on, fellas, get your buddies, turn them on to the channel, let them know, hey, help me out. Another thing, make sure to click the like button, of course the little ring-a-dingy, so you'll get noticed when I get the next video up. Today, I'll also have to make sure and thank Continental Computer for sponsoring, but boy, let me tell you something, that D&W Outdoors has come through once again, gave me a little heads up for something I've been looking for a long time and have not been able to find. So, I'm going to tell you real quick, there's a new girl in my life. She's, you know, everybody's heard the song, you like big butts and you cannot lie. I like big bullets and I cannot lie. Let me tell you what I got. I've got a big girl. She weighs in at just almost 37 pounds. And here we have the new girl in my life. Noreen Ultra Long Range 50 BMG. That's right. I've been wanting a 50 BMG for a long time. I finally got one. We've not shot it yet. We're gonna shoot it today. I'm gonna kind of look at it myself. I've not done anything with it yet. I've not put it on my shoulder. I has been bore sighted, but let me tell you what. D&W told me they had one when I was out of town. I told them hang on to it. I got it there. And then I got there, bought the rifle, and I've had it for a few weeks. But like I said, you know, Sergeant's budget, couldn't afford no sights. Well, I go back later, and a few weeks later, I pick up some sights for it. What I've got on there is a Burris tuba 25 by 50. It's mounted on top, but if you'll notice, this rifle is mostly barrel. That's it. We got barrel running from here to here, you know, big thick thing, bipod, big heavy duty thing. It's got an AR-15 pistol grip on it. It's basically a barrel with a scope mounted on it. If you'll notice, the rear half of this thing is basically nothing to it. Got a little rubber here. One thing I can tell you right now that's kind of, you know, it's not a Barrett, but it's a 50. So this thing is a single shot bolt action. The stock itself, if we can get a picture of the stock is collapsible. But I think we could have done a little bit better job on the collapsible stock. If you'll notice, there's just a little card key right here. Just a little pin right here. You might can see it, that little pin. This thing has two positions, fully collapsed or fully extended. That little pin is not the easiest thing to find when you pull it out and try to line up, because that hole in this rod here is really just barely big enough to get that little pin through. So, you know, could the stock be better on it? Yes, it could. But what we've got basically is an economy version of a 50 BMG. If there is one. What I've got is a 50 BMG, single shot bolt action, like I said. Now, let me show you real quick how this thing operates. We got the big bolt. We open it up and slide it out, and the bolt will come completely out. If you notice, there's no magazine at the bottom. What we have to do, and I'm going to just go ahead and open a box of this real quick and show you. Look at that. That's like big butt that I cannot lie. Like big bullets that I cannot lie. What we have to do to load this thing's almost got like a shell holder on the end of it. You guys who reload will recognize this is almost a shell holder. It's also, say, it's the bolt face, and the way you load this thing, you have to take your 50 round and slide it in to that bolt face there, like that right there. So it's a single shot bolt action, but the bolt has to come all the way out in order to be loaded. Then we'll load the whole thing back in, slam that bolt over closed, and then we can fire one round. It's kind of interesting, but like I said, this is kind of the poor man's version, if there is such thing of a poor man's version of a 50 cal. These things, you know, 50 cal bullets go $5, $8, $10 a round. These here is PMC. That's an affordable brand. Hornady. You can buy military surplus and some other things. These I think are 600 grain bullets. And a lot of you guys will know, if you look on the back of most boxes of ammo, it'll tell you that almost all, let me get it back in, almost all ammo comes to 0 at 200 yards. So if you're zeroing your rifle at 100 yards, you may be, depending on the caliber, 1.25 inches, 2 inches high, whatever. And then if you're 1.25 inches, 2 inches high at 100, you'll be on 0 at 200 yards. Well, the 50 BMG is big enough and bad enough. This thing is still picking up at 200 yards. You're gaining 3 inches for every 100 yards. So 0 on a 50 BMG goes all the way out to 500 yards with this particular box of ammo. As you get heavier, it's probably going to change. If you get, if you get up to 700 grain, that might come back to 450 yards. You guys know everything's going to differ a little bit when you start talking about bullet weight. I don't know what we're going to do. We got the burris out here. Like I said, it has been bore sighted, has not been fired. I'll tell you what we can do. Make sure we don't have anything in here. We'll go ahead and put it back together for a second. That can be done. All right. It does have a traditional AR-15 pistol grip on it, which can be changed out. So right now, this thing should be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and do my trigger pull on it and see. Let me see if I can clear that. Turn it around and see what it'll do. I may or may not can do it on this particular setup until it's ready. Got enough rifle here, it may be hard. 5.14. That's pretty good. That's not bad. You know, this is not a sniper rifle. It's not a hunting rifle. This is another one of those for fun rifles. You know, originally they were used for light-skinned vehicles and equipment. You know, equipment. What's equipment? Anything you're wearing, you just be shit out of luck. Anyway, what we're going to do, got the rubber. I think what we'll do is take it out. I know nothing about it. We haven't fired it. We're going to take it out. I bet you the scope needs some adjustment. You know, probably what I'll do is shoot a round or two for you guys to see. Probably stop the video then. Let me see if I can zero this rifle, because at how much per pull of the trigger, I can't just sit there and shoot hundreds of rounds while you guys are watching getting bored. So probably shoot a round or two, see if I can, if it's at least on paper, do some adjustment. And then once I get the scope adjusted, I'll come back on video and we'll actually see what kind of damage this thing can do some targets downrange. So let's just go ahead now. Let me get my stuff together and I'll meet you outside. Okay, here we are outside the hideout. Nice cloudy day. We're not worrying too much about the sun out here. The wind is blowing, so I don't think that's going to hurt us with this big thing. Got big girl Noreen laid up on the table here looking all fine. And what we're going to do, we're going to load up. I'm going to shoot probably about 3 rounds to see where the scope's at. It's bore sighted. I think we're going to be close, you know, hand grenades and horseshoes. We're going to shoot probably 3 rounds, and then we'll shut it off and have a look-see and see if we need to do anything. Let me go ahead and load this girl up. Said the bolt comes out. I'm gonna slide that down in the bolt face there. Go all the way in, lock her down. All right, let me put my hearing protection on. You know, I don't know how this dance is gonna go. You know, my girl Noreen here, if I reach around and pinch on her, I might get slapped. So this thing does have a spring right here in the recoil system, so if she slaps me, maybe it won't be too bad. Let me turn my hat around. Kind of anticipating the recoil a little bit. Let's see what happens. Like I said, the weapon is hot. Right now, I'm just shy of 100 yards. I'm trying to get out of the wind. 100 yards, nothing. Uno! I tell you what, that right there is a boys, I'm telling you. That ain't no that's a hell yeah 50 cal going down range. Man. Pitter patter right there. Pitter patter. Pitter patter. Noreen, you're fine. Woohoo! Knocking everything off the table. You guys know I can only talk about Noreen that way when my wife's standing here, right? Ooh, ooh. One more time. Woo-wee. Fun. All right, 3 rounds downrange. Feels good. Recoil, not bad. At 375s I got, and some of them other rifles I got more recoil, more felt recoil. Hearing protection, I don't know if that's worth damn or not. My ears are already ringing. Tell you what, let's stop right now. I'm gonna go down, see what the results are, see if I need to do any adjustments I may. Then we'll come back, we'll get a shot of what's going on downrange, all right? Huh. Okay, made a few adjustments. I'm not gonna be in the shot here, but you got my targets downrange, so we're gonna do our best to hit them. Hit them or not, I don't know. That thing's gonna be about the size of a human head. So it could be that I miss. If I don't, I'm sure you'll see it. So anyway, I'm gonna take a few shots and see. Again, let me put my hearing protection on. I don't know that it does much count, but let me go ahead and lock and load. Get set up. Y'all be patient with me. Listen for the bang. Uno! One down. Loading back up. Like I said, you guys can probably hear me. You can't see me. That's the whole point. I want you to get the guys to get a picture of what kind of energy is going on downrange. You can hear my energy. Ghost muzzler. That's it, baby. This right here kick you in the damn crotch, wouldn't it? Hell yeah. Man. Woo. Fire in the hole. Man, that's just bad news. One more. Let me see if I can allow that one more. Got one more gallon of water down there. Send it downrange. Weapon's hot. Holy crap. Gotta love it. Okay, guys. We're moved back inside now. It's starting to rain a little bit, and none of them big girls like to get their hair wet, right? So we come on inside. You know, she's like sugar. She melts when it's rain. But no, joke all aside, man, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate D&W Outdoors for helping me out here. You know, you can click down to the bottom, see Continental Computer, click on their links. The guys at D&W are freaking awesome dudes. You know, they're all gun guys. They know what they're talking about. It ain't like going to some big chain store. I think their motto was something like big enough to serve you, small enough to know you, or something like that. You guys check them out over at D&W Outdoors in Jonesboro, Arkansas. You know, guys, you see I'm having a great time. Damn, my heart's still racing. You know, there ain't but one other thing that makes my heart race like that, and you guys ain't gonna see her on camera. She's standing right back there. So anyway, I gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's a great freaking time. This right here, that's not peace, buddy. That's a Second Amendment. Let's go out and shoot straight, shoot safe. Huh.